Okay. So once again, just a quick confirmation. Can you all hear me well? Just a quick yes in the chat. And if you cannot hear me, you can say no. Well, if you cannot hear me, you won't be able to hear what I'm saying. Okay. So 4:30 here. Let's get started. Let's get things moving forward here. Welcome to week number one, of your semester. I know it's already the last day of the week. You must be tired. You must have seen a lot of classes, a lot of meetings over the course of this week. Who's tired there? I mean, anyone tired there already with the first week? Come on, tell me in the chat. Are you tired? I am a little tired, but tell me. Very much. Okay. Hopefully I will not make this too boring. And even though you are tired, but you will still survive well our first day here together, okay? I get it, Hassan. Yeah, it's been tiring to stay all the time at home, I get it. It's been tough. But anyway, my job here is to welcome you to our first week, to our first day working together. We work together in the last day of the week. So again, hopefully you can make good use of this time that you're going to have together. Today is a light day in the sense that we're not going to be coding, but we're going to be talking a lot. I'll be doing a lot of the talking, but you're going to be doing the talking as well. So get ready. In a bit, it's going to be your turn. So no coding today. Today is about me getting to know you, you getting to know me, and you getting to know each other as well. That will be the first part of our conversation today. The second part of our meeting today, we will be talking about how the semester will progress. How many assignments, what are the assignments, the tests, the quizzes, the activities that we're going to be doing throughout the semester, throughout our 13 weeks working together. Okay, we're going to define a lot of things. There's a lot of information, okay, but all the information that will be relevant and necessary today, they will be posted. They are posted on Centennial as well, so you can recap there as well. Okay, great. So let me get started. I'm going to start by introducing myself here. Okay, so let me take this joke away. The first part is about me talking. Who the hell am I? By the way, I would invite anyone, if anyone wants to share your camera, to open up your camera with me, I would really appreciate. I'll always have my camera open, but that's fine. It's not mandatory. You don't need to open your camera. But if you are comfortable with that, or if you have, if you are comfortable with that, I would appreciate if some people open their cameras, because it helps me to keep this more interactive. As I see faces, as I see people, it helps quite a lot. Thanks so much, Jan. Thank you for doing that. I really appreciate. So again, if anyone wants to follow suit, Hassan, thanks so much for doing that. Again, really appreciate. Awesome. Ugur, is that Ugur? Is that correct?
Yeah, you can either use Ur or Ian, whichever you prefer.
Ugur or Ian. Okay, I'm gonna go with Ian, a little bit easier on my accent. Okay, welcome, Ian. Okay, so I appreciate that. Thanks so much. No problem, Julian. That's fine if you don't have a camera. That's okay. Again, Alex, thanks for that. It's optional, and I just say that because it becomes a little bit more interactive for me, and that translates in a better meeting for all of us. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about myself. Who am I? Here talking to you. So let's see. Let's see if this swapped properly. Okay, perfect. Okay, so talk a little bit about myself. Maybe when you saw my name, you read it right away, Anderson. Xavier, thanks for that. Maybe you read my name as Anderson already. Maybe you typed my name Anderson. Maybe you thought it was Anderson, it was a misspelling, someone forgot to put the N there. But no, my name has no N there. There's no N, okay? However, anyone, anyone that knows a little bit about news, CNN, anyone knows that guy? Cooper what? Alex, Cooper what? Anderson Cooper, yes, that guy is Anderson. Good for him. Very good for him, okay? Not me. Anderson, yes, not here. The other guy there, anyone? Yeah, I know, Keanu Reeves. Come on, which role is he playing there? Neo, but there was another name. Do you remember the villain? He used to call him Mr. Henderson. Yes. Again, good for him, good for Mr. Anderson, but this Mr. here is not Mr. Anderson, okay? My name is not Anderson. You can try that. You can try that URL. Actually, let me copy that. I never tried to copy that. It's not gonna go there. Let me try here. Click there. Yes, it's there. It's live. It's working. It's functional. So there we go in the chat if anyone wants to validate that. So yes, no, my name is not Henderson. Okay. But why the hell am I so picky about this little N over there? Well, first of all, it's my name, so I would rather have it been spelled properly than not. I know that most likely all of you are proud of your name. So again, I'm proud of my name as well. But there's another little detail here. In a way, I kind of answered that, but there's another reason for that. It's because as coders, as programmers, as developers, and I'm assuming that everybody here is a coder, a programmer, or a developer, you have to have attention to what? Attention to the little small what? What is it that a good coder must have? Attention to three dots. What is that? Attention to code. To code, but attention to, thank you, Alex, thank you, Ian, attention to details. To detail. Why is that? Because a little letter, uppercase, lowercase, an extra letter will make your codes break. Let me tell you, 90% of the problems that I'm going to see with some of your code during assessments, assignments, will be because of a little thing that you may have forgotten to add, or a little letter that you put in addition to, and it was not supposed to be there, or you missed a little letter there. Again, so many times, this is so common. Okay, so again, as coders, you have to pay attention to details. And I know that some of you are really hardcore coders. Some of you don't care about coding. However, this is a coding class. And to get through it, you're going to have to get your hands dirty with coding. Okay, so again, attention to details. Don't call me Anderson. If you call me Anderson, I'm going to deduct automatically. Every time you call me Anderson, it's 1% less in your final grade. Okay, just let you know. Okay. Anyway. No, Julian, I'm not. Okay, again, I'm serious. I have a spreadsheet with all your names and the number of times that you call me Anderson. Okay. Yeah, I got it, Steven. I get that excuse quite a lot. Steven is saying, what about autocorrect? You know what? Don't come with that. Don't tell me about autocorrect, because it's not a good enough justification. Keyboard is broken? I mean, come on. It's broken what? All the keyboards or the keys are N's? You just have N's in your keys that you are adding that? No. Anyway, enough of my name. Enough of my name here. Let's move forward. So let me talk a little bit about why am I here? I mean, what's my background? What is my experience there? So I've been in a while in the industry. In 95, I started my bachelor's degree. In 99, 98, I have finished my BA in computer science. 2007, here in Canada, I started my business. In 2010, I started to teach online, but not like this. Online, more about creating courses that people would go through on their own time. It was not really an interactive environment like what we have here, but it was 2010. And then 2018, I started to work at Centennial College. And I'll be honest with you, I was not expecting that, but I fell in love with teaching. I really, really love teaching. Whether, I mean, of course, face to face, it's more it's more interactive, it's more interesting. However, this is the second best, and we have to make it work with what we have in our hands. Okay, so again, two just about 2 years of experience within Centennial. In this course in particular, this is the fourth time that I teach this course. And every time I teach on multiple sections. So I had literally hundreds and hundreds of students that have gone through this course here, comp123, with me over the course of the last 2 years. Okay, great. Professionally, those are my business sites. The first one is a service site that I work with some people. Some people help me there. So we provide some technical assistance to clients. And the second one is where I started to teach. I have over 600 videos there, a lot of courses. That's part of what I do professionally. Okay, I'm not a full-time teacher. However, I I I'm teaching currently 5 sections. So a regular instructor cannot teach more than 5 sections. So I'm maxed out right now with Centennial, and I'm teaching specifically 5 sections of Comp 123. Okay, great. Okay, what else? Last year during COVID, I used my extra time to not only study machine learning, but to put together a course on machine learning. Very soon, maybe next week, maybe the week after, I'm gonna bring a link to all of you, and you're gonna be able to sign up for that course for free. Actually, it's a good course to give you a good foundation of machine learning, and you don't have to write a single line of code. You can get to know machine learning just by using a drag and drop environment from Microsoft. Again, if you have the extra time, most likely you don't, because you are in your second semester here, so you should be fully very busy right now. But I'm going to give you the link. You can sign up, you can subscribe, you can sign up to the course without paying, and you can take it whenever you want. Maybe, I don't know, maybe when you are done with the semester. I'll bring that in a little bit later, in another week. I am originally from Brazil. I came to Canada in 2002, so it's been close to 19 years. It's amazing to say that, to be quite honest. It seems like yesterday. This is the gang. We live close by. We live close by to Centennial. We live about 20 minutes from Centennial. We live in Ajax, in the Durham region. And yes, if by any chance you hear some yelling, some screaming, is that little one, which is not that little anymore, but the little one has very let's say, she's very agitated. So sometimes she's going to be yelling, but I have my door closed. We are well protected here. So if you hear something, don't worry. I'll be fine. Okay. There will be people, and this lady in particular, she's going to be taking care of her upstairs somewhere. Okay. So, but again, I hope that this won't happen too much with us. Anyway, that's about the family. I love tennis. I really like tennis. I'm not going to say that I love tennis. I like tennis. I did a little bit of tennis last summer, but during COVID, it was a bit hard. However, what I really like is this. Let me have a look here at the chat. There are some questions here. Let's see. Alireza, can you please record a session? Alireza, that session is being recorded. I'm going to mention about that a little bit later. Steven, it's already recorded. Yes, it is. Oh, you can ask for permission to record. Julian, I'm not sure what you mean, but can you allow me to record? If you cannot, so maybe you don't speak, that's fine. But I record all our meetings, okay? And they are, I'll tell you where you're gonna go to watch them if you need, okay? Yes, okay, no problem, Julian. Okay, great. So podcasting, yes, this setup here is about the podcast. Not only podcasting, but also I said that I've created last year in 2020 a course for Udemy This is my setup when I have to do videos, when I have to do recordings. I have screen recording capabilities that I do online contents. You're gonna see that some of that on YouTube. I don't have much there on the Solo Coder channel, but I'll be putting a lot of stuff there, a lot of stuff about Git and GitHub. But again, the channel has been very quiet for a bit. Our class will be posted there, but our class will not be publicly available. They're gonna be there in the channel, but they're gonna be unlisted. So if you search on YouTube, you won't be able to find there, but I'm gonna give the playlist for our recordings so that every one of you, each one of you, can access the recordings, okay? Okay, let's see here, more questions. Hassan, how do I remove virtual backgrounds? I'm new to this. Okay, I've never tried virtual background. This is not virtual. I put every single brick, you know, those bricks, every single one of those bricks I put on my own, okay? Believe it or not. I don't know if you believe it or not, but no, this is not a background. Not a background, not a digital background, okay? You have dank glasses, to be quite honest, Xavier. I don't know what danky means, but I hope that is something good. I love my glass. No, red is my favorite color, and I always wanted to have a glass with a red frame, so I bought that last year online. Okay, let's see here. Wait, those actual, yeah, Julian, I'm not saying that those are actual bricks. I'm just saying that this is real. Whether it's real or not, I mean, whether it's real in the sense that those are real bricks, you know, only people that come by will know the secrets. Okay? No, it's not green screen. It's not green screen. Okay, look at the shadow. Look at the shadow here. Okay, it's not green screen. Okay. No. There, it's not green screen again. Oh, look, green screen. You don't have shadow like this. It cannot give this kind of thing. You know. Fake bricks. I don't know. Fake. Are you calling me fake? Xavier? Oh, Hassan, are you calling me fake here? Okay, let me put your name here. Let me see. I'm joking. Okay, prove it, Stephen. I don't know. Let's keep the background the way it is, and let's just progress here. Okay, let me talk about podcasting a little bit as I started that. Podcasting will be a part of our course as well. I'm not going to teach you how to podcast, but what I like to do with the podcast, I like to talk to technology professionals that are in the industry, that are working out there, that are working where you want to work as well. I want to interview them. I interview them. I talk to them how they got there, the tips and tricks of how they got there, what they recommend for someone like you that is starting the industry. What are their recommendations? So every week, I talk to a professional. Maybe they are from Toronto, maybe they are from Canada, but usually they are from all over the globe. Today in the morning, I was talking to someone that used to live in Markham, but now she's back in Singapore. And she works at PayPal from Singapore. She did finances as her major in university, and now she's a coder at PayPal. And as her story is very fascinating, a lot of my guests, all of them, they have very interesting stories, and I bring that to you. That's how I also contribute to your learning. Because yes, coding is important, but it's also important to make you a rounded professional, a professional that knows a little bit what's going on in the industry. So it can be easier for you to get into the industry as well. And podcasting, how podcasting will be part of this course? Because it's going to be part of something that we call bonus. I'll explain that more a little bit later. But again, it's going to be part. You're going to be listening if you want to. It's optional, okay? But I made it part of our course, okay? Again, I lost track here the chats. So yes, YouTuber, VTuber, yeah. Streamer. I don't do streaming, to be quite honest. I've never done streaming. I never streamed live coding, never tried that. One day I'll try for sure, but never tried that. Okay, I've never done. Anyway, so enough of podcasting here. One thing to make it clear, very important. Okay, I have more than one. Why am I saying that? Edson, are you selling us shirts? Is that it? No, it's not. I'm not selling. Okay, I'm just saying that because you're gonna be seeing me wearing the same shirt, the same kind of shirt all the time. That's a way that I can have one less decision to make in my day. My day, I wake up and I know the shirt that I'm gonna pick up. It's one of the ones that is clean. Okay, so again, I have multiple of those. However, here's something to keep in mind, and I'm gonna just say this once. Okay, I have two kinds of t-shirts. And you're gonna see me sometimes. It's gonna give the impression that I have a long sleeve. It's not long sleeve. It's all short sleeve. It's just that sometimes, because if it's cold, I have a black long sleeve underneath my t-shirt. Not today, because it's a bit hot. But I have different models, different types of t-shirts, and I want to see who's the first person that's gonna send me an email or gonna tell me, like in one of the classes, one of the meetings, oh, I know what is the difference between this one and that other one. Remember, attention to details. If you get this right, I'm going to keep your name in the back of my head, in the positive side of the back of my head. You can use me as a reference. I'll even hire you once you graduate if you get this right, if you remember to get this right. So again, keep that, write a note there to remember. Maybe I'll come with a different one next week, maybe not next week, maybe the week after, but I want to know who comes up and tells me, oh, this is the difference from this t-shirt and that other t-shirt. I'm done here. One is cleaner than the other. Yeah, oh, well, assuming that both of them have the same level of cleanness. Okay, Stephen? Okay, great. So enough of that. Let's move forward here to something a little bit more, I would say more serious. My teaching philosophy. Those are my three main principles of teaching. Learning how to learn. What is that? Well, let me tell you this. You are, no doubt, in the most dynamic industry that you could be. Dynamic in the sense that there's always something new going on. There's no other industry out there that moves as fast as technology. You know that. You know that. If you don't, welcome. Maybe you want to quit. Yeah, go. It's fast. It's fast. You have to get used to. What you might be learning today, you may not be working with that in 2 years. In 2 years, you might be working with something completely different. Let me give an example. I was helping some students, and one of the students got hired. Guess what? She got hired to work with Python. She never worked with Python before, but she got hired. They gave her a chance. Her coding skills were good enough that even though she needs to work with Python, she doesn't have much experience, but they gave her a chance. See that? She just graduated. She's working with a technology that she never worked before. Again, it may happen to you as well. So why am I saying that? Is because you have to get used to the process of learning. A year ago, I mentioned that I put together a machine learning course about 6 months ago. A year ago, I have never worked with machine learning before in my life. I decided I want to put a course together. I better study this. So I studied and I got that one going. I'm not a superhero. I'm not anything special here. Okay. I just decided that I have to embrace learning and we have to be constantly learning. Now, I'm not saying that aside from being in college, you're going to see that you're going to be having to learn a lot of stuff at the same time. But over time, once you are in the industry, you're going to see that you can decide to focus your career on certain aspects of technology. But even if you focus, you're going to still be going deeper and deeper into that area. So learning will be part of your life. It will be part of your professional life. Okay. So get used to that. And what I want to do here is I want to help you to learn how to keep learning. to keep yourself motivated during your learning process, okay? Next one here, flipped classroom. What is that? That was more applicable when we were in a classroom. Today we are in a virtual classroom, but it's still applicable. Flipped classroom is when you come to class having studied the material, okay? I'll tell you this. Pay attention to what I'm going to say now. Every week, that week will be open on Centennial, and I'm going to show Centennial in a second. And you will go by yourself through the content on Centennial. You're going to read, you're going to practice, you're going to try the codes there, you're going to try the exercise, you're going to try the quizzes there. And then the next week, we're going to work together. I'll be demonstrating code to you. I'll be answering your questions that you bring when you were practicing. You're going to write down what you didn't quite understand, and you're going to bring that to me during our class, during our meetings. Sorry, I keep confused. I don't like to call our meetings as classes. We are having a meeting. Next week, we have a meeting as well. I don't call this a class because class gives the impression that I'll be here for 2 hours talking to you, pushing content to you, and you're going to be there passively. Just, oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You know what? You don't learn how to ride a bicycle by watching someone do it. No way. Who learned like that? I didn't. I had to try it myself. I had to fall. You're going to fall as well. But let me tell you this. I'll be around trying to help you. I'll be around to avoid that big fall, that becomes so big that you give up. No, I'll be there. I'll be there saying, okay, more to the right, more to the left. I'll be here to guide you, okay? The road is not always a smooth road, but again, I'll be here to help you with the bumps throughout this road, okay? So flip classroom, you come to our meetings prepared, ready with the content. You have read and you are ready, okay? Active learning is the fact that I will not be here again blasting content to you for 2 hours. This is boring. I don't like doing that. You won't learn anything just by listening to me blasting things out. So we're not going to be doing this. This course is fully online. What does that mean? It means that, again, you are the one in control of the content. Of course, we have a schedule. Every week you have to go through the content of that week. And then I'll be here to demonstrate, to practice, to answer your questions. This is a key aspect of you understanding this process. Hopefully, if you did comp100, maybe you did 100 with me. I don't know. I taught one section only last semester. So some people may have gone through that with me. So you know already a little bit of how is this new full online process. This course is the same way. It's fully online. The content will be always online. Let me see here. I'm just gonna keep checking the chat here and there. Okay, perfect. So we're good there. Great. So 30 minutes. You know, I was talking about myself for 30 minutes. Enough of that. Enough about me. Now it's about you. First tool that we're gonna be having a look here that we're gonna be using. We're gonna be using Padlet.com. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to put your name there. Actually, let me open this. Keep this URL close by. I'm going to have it open every single meeting. I will copy this. I will put in the chat as well, so you can see there in the chat. This is a board. It's an online board. I use this environment here sometimes to interact with you, but it's also a good place where you can ask me questions anonymously. You can just click the plus. Give it a try. Click the plus. And if you write something there, unless you put your name, otherwise I won't know who is asking what. Now, use it professionally. Use it in case you want to ask a question. And I know for some reason you are not comfortable me knowing that you were the one asking that. You can always ask that here. So the t-shirt, is it white theme? Okay, if you're trying to guess what is the difference, you cannot guess because you didn't see the other one yet. So again, you have to give it time, give it a few weeks, and then you're going to see the other one, and then you're going to realize what is the difference, okay? So don't try that. So again, use it. Again, I'm talking to some people here, and I don't know who is typing that. So it's a good place that you can ask me questions anonymously. I can answer anything here, AMA, and again, I don't know who asked what. Okay, that's one of the use of this. So I'll keep checking this as well as we go along. If by any chance anyone sees a question there and I didn't see it yet, you may want to give me a buzz here in the chat, because sometimes I miss that. There will be no lectures online. So no, there will be no traditional lectures. However, I put something together that's gonna sound and look like a lecture, but I'm gonna mention that in a little bit, okay? Hold on a second, hold that thought there, and I'll show something a little bit later. Yes, but that's a must. You have to study by yourself. I will not be here driving the contents in your heads. No, I will not. I will not be here blessing the content. The content is there. I will show you today how you go through it. But yes, you're correct. I will not. It's really up to you. Let me tell you, this model is very different from what you may have seen maybe in your in other courses that you have done outside of Centennial. Maybe even if you have done Centennial, but again, you may have done that already last semester. YouTube lectures. No, there's YouTube. I'll be posting the recordings of our meetings. You're gonna see some lecture there, but I will show you that a little bit later. We're gonna talk about our content a little bit later. Okay, so hold that thought there. If I'm studying by myself, why should I pay Centennial? Good question. Good question. You know what? You are here, to be quite honest, not because of the contents. The contents, you can buy a book and read that with a book. You can do an online course and have the content there. You know why you're here? For two reasons. You are here because of me, because I'm here to guide you, to help you. In a book, in an online course, you don't have that. That's one. And you are here as well because of the network, because of this group of people that you are connecting. That's one of the main elements of being in college. Now, we are in a virtual environment, yes, but let's make the best of it. So that's why you are here. You are here because of the 101 that you can have with me. You are here because you're going to be guided by a professional from the industry like me, and again, like your other professional instructors as well. But it's not about the content, okay? It's not just about the content. Okay? That's my take on that, okay? I can buy a book and use YouTube, blah, blah, blah. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But again, you will not have there someone to guide you, someone to network with you. Again, I will bring so much stuff here that will make it worth. Now, again, is it what I'm telling you worth? I don't know. It's up to you to decide. But as you are here, as we are here, let's make the best use of the time that we have here. Okay? I think that there's someone writing a dissertation there. I'm going to move forwards, let the person finish the writing there, and I'll come back and I'll have a look at the next lines here, okay? Again, I'm not, okay, there are tutors online that can charge $100. I don't know. I mean, again, you chose to be here. Did anyone force you to be here? No, nobody forced you to be here. Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe your parents did. Some people, you know, the parents really push hard. But again, you are here by choice, okay? So if it's by choice, let's make the best use of the time that we have here together. Okay, let's see. I can learn that easily, no force me. Okay, again, go on with your dissertation. I need to carry on here as we need to progress here, okay? So, okay, so enough of me. Let's talk about you. Now, the way that I will ask you to get to know a little bit about you is via a little form, a little survey, okay? We don't have enough time for each one to talk throughout the meeting. However, I'm going to share I'm going to share with you a form here. Give me 1 second. Okay. By the way, we are section 002. Okay, that's important because some communications I mentioned which section you are part of. Okay, so I'm gonna share a form with you. It's optional. You don't have to. If you don't want to, you don't have to fill it out. But I'm gonna share that on the chat. I'm gonna share that on Padlet as well. So form here. And I'm gonna have a look here. So I'm gonna ask you to take a few minutes and answer those questions. They will help me to get to know you. They'll help me to assess, let's say, do you have a Mac or do you have a Windows? Hopefully you have a Windows. Mac, you can do fine with a Mac as well. That's fine. But I want to know a little bit about that. Where are you located? Maybe you are not located in Canada. I had students from last semester that they were studying from China. So I had to be mindful about time zone limitations, okay? And again, there are a few more questions here. Your instantaneous information, so I can connect you with your profile. This is private, okay? I'm the only one that will be reading this. If you want to share a personal email, you can. You don't have to. This is optional. If you want to put what's your nickname, if you have one that would rather be called by that nickname, I will try hard to call you by your nickname. If you want to share your pronoun, my pronoun is him, he, his. If there's anything that I can do to make our meetings more comfortable for you, like speak slower or like speak faster or anything else, if there's anything else I can help to make our meetings better for you, I'll do it. And if you want to talk a little bit about yourself, I mentioned about my hobbies, my situation. You may want to mention that as well. If you don't want to, that's fine. Again, it's all optional here. However, the next one here, I really want to hear from you. Do you want to be a coder? Are you a 5 from in a scale from 0 to 5 as do you want to be a coder, developer, programmer? Are you here to have that profession? Yes or no? How I'd say 5, it's a for sure yes, 0 is a for sure no, and then you have a scale there that you can say that you are more inclined to go towards coding or not. I just want to see where you sit within your intentions of becoming a coder, And if you have any questions from me, you can ask here. I'll get back to you as well. I'll be reviewing this over the weekend. By Monday, I should be getting back to anyone that may have questions from me, okay? So please take 5 minutes. I use quite a lot of timers. I love a timer. Take 5 minutes, have a look at the survey, answer that, and we come back in 5 minutes. I'll stick around, take this time to do that. I would appreciate. Okay. Perfect. Thank you for answering that. If you didn't have a chance to finish, you can always finish later. I will only be looking at this either tomorrow or Monday. I just saw a few points, a few questions here in the chat. So we're going to be talking about the book a little bit later. This course does not have a mandatory book. There's a reference book, but not mandatory. I'll talk about that later. And someone said, what if I change my location? That's fine if you change location. I just wanted to have an idea, but no problem. Don't worry. It's not a major element here. Okay. So we're going to be very flexible in terms of time zones and time frames here. Okay. Perfect. So again, think for this moving forward here. moving to the next step, we're going to be doing something that, as I mentioned, it's a big part of the reason why you are here, is to connect with people as well, is to connect with your peers, because we'll also be doing group assignments too. I know some people don't like that, but you know what? Whether you are physically in the same class or remote like this, you're going to need to interact with people. If in the future, we're going to be having a lot more remote work type of jobs. So again, if you're going to do some remote work in the future, you need to collaborate, you need to work in groups too. So group work is a part of this course. We're going to talk about this a little bit later, but for now, we're going to work to introduce ourselves. Now, how are we going to do this? There's a feature on Zoom that allow me to break up the group in smaller teams, in smaller subgroups of 2 to 3 people. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use the breakout rooms. I'm going to break the whole group right now into smaller breakout groups. We're going to take 5 minutes, and you're going to introduce yourself. You're going to introduce yourself, and you're going to, let's say, have an icebreaker there. Hi, my name is Edson Oliveira, and I like to podcast. And then you take it from there. Introduce yourself, tell something that might be, I don't know, maybe unusual about yourself. Okay? And carry on a little bit of a conversation. You have 5 minutes. Most of the groups will be 2 people. There will be some groups that may have 3 people there, as I reassign people that are not showing up. So again, use the time well and connect with each other. You can open your camera if you want, if you have. If not, at least open your mic. Okay? Most of you, I'm sure that have voice capabilities there in your environment. If you don't, that's fine. If you don't have microphones, that's fine. Just type. However, if you are able to connect with your colleague there verbally, it makes things easier. It's good to hear a human voice instead of just typing. However, if that's not possible, you can type and the other person can talk as well. It can be done like that. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I see a big setup there. So, okay, so we're gonna do that now. I'm gonna use here the feature from Zoom. I have a few monitors here. That's why I look here, I look here, I look here. Okay, so 5 minutes. As you get done, wait there, because when we are 4 minutes in, I will send a timer, and the timer will count down 6 seconds, and then you're going to be automatically brought back to the main group. Once I click the breakout room, you're going to have a join button. You're going to see a join button, so you have to click join to be able to join the group. Okay, it's done randomly. I hope that works well. Again, try to use the mic to connect with the other person and get some introductions done. Here we go. Breakouts. We have 28 people. Well, it's with my double as well. So if I put 13 groups, you're going to have a few groups of 2 and 3. So it's going to break down automatically. Let's do that. Create. And then here we go. 1, 2, 3. See you in 5 minutes. Again, whoever can still hear me, you have to click the join button that shows up. Okay. Xavier, you don't have you have a join button there somewhere. Alirez as well. You need to look for a join button. Let me know if you cannot see that, and I can try again with you. Okay, so Oh, you are twice there, Xavier. Okay, I get it. I see. Okay. So I think that everybody is back. I hope that it has worked out well. I would like to get a little bit of a feedback because I have not used many times the breakout room. So how did it work? Did it work well? Did you have problems there? Tell me. Awesome, Halim. Awesome. Very good. Very good to know. That's good, Alex. Thanks for that. Awesome, Julian. Okay.
It was good.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jan. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Good. Yeah, Julian, sorry about that. I was reviewing who went on, who did, and I had to reassign some people that were not joined by anyone. So, but it took a little bit of time because I kept waiting for the other person to join. So I had to reassign people, but thank you for that. Okay, good feedback. Okay, great. So I'm going to start the second part of our meeting today. I'm just going to open the second presentation here. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for taking the time to get to know a little bit more about the people that you're going to be working with during the semester, okay? So I will ask you also to keep yourself muted unless you want to talk. Let me open the second one here. Okay, so in our second part, we're going to have a break. We're going to have a 5 minutes break in a second, okay? But in our second part, we're going to talk about what I call the class commitments, things related to the course. Let's talk about the course outline, the contents, the dynamics that you're going to have with Centennial, the marking, the grades, the assessments, the assignments, all of that. We're gonna talk about that now. But before we do that, let's have a quick break. Let's have 5 minutes. As we meet once, 5:20 is usually the time that I will have our 5 minutes break. So it's a little bit later than that, but let's have 5 minutes. We come back. I'll go through our class commitments, and we're gonna have all your questions answered, and so that we can have a good beginning of the semester. Okay, 5 minutes, and I will be back. We'll be back. Okay. So I hope that you can hear me well. I think you can. Let me know if you have any problems listening to me. So second part here. Second part, as I said, talking about the class commitments. Some of you that has taken this course, not this course, sorry, comp100 before, very similar to what we did back then. Okay, so I see some familiar names in the group. So let's start by talking about, let's see here. Let's talk about respect. Okay, so we all come from all different parts of the world. There are so many international students here as well. So respect above all. Let's respect different opinions, different backgrounds. Let's respect the fact that people learn in different speeds. There will be some of you that are very good in coding already. Some of you may have seen coding at some part in your life, but maybe not recently. Some of you are in the fast track program, so you may not have gone through comp100. So maybe coding, yeah, you saw code before, but not that much. So again, people have different learning speeds. Okay, so be respectful about that as well. There is something for everyone here, for the more advanced and for the ones that may not have coding, may not see coding as easier as some other people here. So again, respect each other. Disagree on opinions, not on the person. So let's start to get down and dirty here. Let's talk about the assignments, the assessments, the assignments, and we're going to start with the quizzes. Okay, so we're going to have 5 quizzes throughout the 13 weeks that you're going to be working together. So more or less every other week we're going to have a quiz. The first quiz is already open, active, and it's going to be open until Friday next week. So Friday 11 p.m. next week it's going to be closing, so you have the entire week to get it done. You're going to get that quiz done, quiz number 1, based on what you saw, what you read during week number 1. I will be opening in a second Centennial, so we can have a look at the details about that on Centennial. Each quiz will have between 4 to 10 questions. There will be multiple choice with one correct answer. Each quiz will take about 10 to 20 minutes to get done. You're going to have one chance to do the quiz. It's going to be open for a limited time, and it's done via eCentennial. As you go through the quiz, be mindful that each question will come in a page. As you move forward, you cannot go back. Now, let me tell you this. The quizzes are quite simple. They are not that long. They are not that complicated. If you have gone through the content, through the exercise that are made available for you on that week, you will have no problems with the quizzes, okay? So 5 quizzes, 10% in total. Each quiz is worth 2%. 2% times 5, 10% in total of your final grades, okay? Let me know if you have any questions about that. I will keep, as I said, I will keep checking Padlet as well as we do this. Let me just flip there briefly. Okay, so again, remember, you can ask questions on the chat or you can ask questions on Padlet as well. Okay, in the end here, I'll be summarizing all the different assignments. Well, talking about assignments, we're going to have 4 assignments. Each assignment is worth 10%. The first assignment is individual. The second and third, you're going to do on groups of 2 people. And the fourth one is going to be done in a group of 4 students. The groups are random. They are randomly selected this time around. I did in a different way last semester. I'm going to be doing in a different way this semester. I'll be doing it randomly. The group that was formed on the second assignment can be carried on for the third one. If by any chance you have a problem with your group member, bring that back to me. Again, we're going to work it out and we're going to make sure that things will work for you in case of any problems with your group assignee. Okay, so again, first individual, second and third groups of 2, and fourth one group of 4 students. All of those assignments, those 4 assignments, they are coding assignments. You're going to use Visual Studio to code your assignment. At the end, you're going to zip the folder and upload to Centennial. I'm not going to demonstrate that right now because I'll demonstrate that once the first assignment is open for you. So that, again, the first day you don't get too much overloaded with a lot of information, okay? Again, let me know if this makes sense. If not, just ask. Last one here, the last assessment. We have 2 tests. Each test is worth 25%. The tests are slightly different from what you may have seen with me on comp100. They are not projects. They are question-based tests. However, those questions, they are open-ended questions. They are coding questions, actually, coding problems. You're going to have to code and copy the codes and paste that on the quiz. This will be an open-ended question quiz, which will be done via Centennial. You're going to have 2 hours to get it done. It's going to be open for 24 hours. And within that 24 hours, you're going to have to set aside 2 hours of your time to do the test, okay, to take the test, okay? First test will be done in the middle of the semester, and the last one will be done in the last week of the semester, week 13. I have a question here, John. The group assignments, is it everyone on the group uploading, or the group selects a person to send you the zip file? Okay, good question, John. So it's one person. So one person on behalf of the group will be doing the uploads. That, again, it's on behalf of the group. All group members will be part of that coding project. So not everyone in the group needs to upload, just one person. You select one person, and the person is just responsible to do the upload. That's it. But the work should be done together in the group, okay? Okay, no problem. So, yeah, so that's about it. Each test will have 4 to 5 coding problems. The coding problem will involve one particular topic that have been seen in that, previously during that part of the course, in the first half of the course, and then in the second half of the course, okay? Again, I like to highlight the difference between memorizing and understanding. If anyone wants to chime in, I spoke a lot already. Maybe not speaking, but maybe the chats. Can anyone, tell me what to understand by the difference between memorizing and understanding? Anyone?
Hello, Professor.
Yes, go ahead.
Well, my understanding is like you can apply your learnings through different ways in real life, and memorizing is a bit more difficult to apply.
Yes, memorizing is you are regurgitating what you have not learned, what you have memorized. Understanding, you know that deeply. Okay, my 9 years old daughter, she can memorize what object-oriented programming is, but can she understand right now? No, she cannot. So again, what I want you to be able to do is not memorizing all the quizzes and the tests. They are all open book, open web, open browser, open eCentennial, not open friend, not open friend. Okay, so everything is open except open friend. Okay, so again, I don't believe in memorizing. So you don't need to memorize keywords, names, expressions. No, you don't need to memorize that. However, it's good to have an understanding so that when you need to apply, you are able to apply that. Okay, so I'm a proponent of understanding, not memorizing. You will never do an assignment with me or assessment with me that's going to be closed book. Okay, again, with me you don't have to memorize. I don't memorize stuff. I use Google quite a lot. Now, I do try to understand things deeply so that I know how to apply them. But a particular namespace that I don't recall on top of my head, I have that written somewhere in my notes, So I'm gonna look at that, But again, the understanding is what I'm looking for here. Okay, next here, bonus. So I'll be applying the semester bonus to make it clear, and you may have watched this already. I sent a note before this week, so you're gonna have a repeat of that. It's the same thing that you have seen there. It was a 10 minutes long video. I wanted that every one of you would have seen that video already so that you could get going with your bonus for this week. Again, if you have not seen that, you're gonna have a recap here. So bonus is optional. You don't have to do. It is not mandatory. I'm not forcing you to do anything here, okay? In case you are interested in getting some additional marks, some additional points, I made this available via the bonus marks that I'll be talking about next. So for the next 10 weeks, you're gonna have 10 tasks. They are related, that's where it is related to the podcast. I'll be granting a bonus if you have been able to check that the episode of that week and then write back to me 3 takeaways or 3 things that you got to know that were new to you from that conversation. I want to instigate you to listen to that conversation because, again, I truly believe that they are very meaningful for you if you are trying to pursue a career in technology and in coding in particular. Okay. All my guests, they bring so much information, so much, I would say, not necessarily information, but so much inspiration, so many new things. I get new things every single time that I learn new things every single time that I talk to a guest of mine. Today in the morning, I was talking to one. So each week, it's gonna be a task. It's gonna be a bonus. It's worth 0.5%. In accumulation, you can get up to 5% in total. Okay, you can miss a bonus. That's fine. If you miss one, that's fine. Move forward, get the next one. Bonus is something that I'm not flexible in terms of when they can be delivered. I open the bonus on Tuesdays. I close them on Sunday night, 11:30 p.m. Ederson, I forgot. It's Monday. Here is my bonus. It's attached. Don't send me that. Don't send me that. It was just 0.5%. Move forward, get the next bonus. But again, bonus will open and close automatically, and I will not accept bonus that are submitted afterwards. Bonus will be submitted directly on Centennial. You can upload the document there. Let me show you that on Centennial. Let me open Centennial here. Not yet, sorry. So I think I have it open here already somewhere. Okay. Here it is. Nope. Okay. So if you go on Centennial under assessments, assignment, you should be able to see bonus number 1. Okay, bonus number 1 again is closing on the 24th, which is Sunday, 11:30 p.m. When you open the bonus, when you open it, you're going to see a link that you will be able to download a template document. Let's have a look at this document here. So in that document, make it editable, and I'm going to open the site. So for each week, you're going to look at the latest episodes. The latest episode of this week is this one here. So here's the number 76. So you can just, actually the bonus is number 1. Episode number is 76. And then the title is just that here. So again, you can just copy and paste here. And then you can provide me with 3 takeaways, 3 things that, I don't know, inspired you, or maybe it's one thing that inspired you, one thing that it's new to you that you have learned. You can mix and match here. Maybe it's 3 takeaways, maybe 3 new things, maybe it's a mix and match. 1 new thing, 2 takeaways. It's up to you. But talk to me a little bit about what you saw in the episodes. It doesn't need to be long. It can be just 1 line. I learned about, I don't know, this new book that will help me to code better. Whatever it is, whatever takeaway you took away from that conversation, whatever something new that came in that conversation, there's always something. Let me tell you this. There is always something for me that I have 20 years of experience in the industry. I mean, for you, there will be always something new. So again, this is not mandatory. I'm not trying to just make you do extra work for the sake of extra work. No, if you don't want to, that's fine. Don't do it. It's bonus. It's optional. Okay. But again, you can do it if you want. Uh, that's it. Let me know if there's any questions about the bonus. Again, you're gonna see them opening and closing automatically. It opens on Tuesday, closes on Sunday. Automatically. Okay, so moving forward here. Okay. And so there's one caveat, which is the no cheating rule. If by any chance, and I know I won't be, that won't be happening here in this class, I get it. But just in case, if anyone gets no does some cheating with assignments, with tests, with assessments, then you will no longer be, I would say, eligible to get bonus. Okay, your bonus will be nulled. I'll be talking a little bit more about cheating a little bit later, actually right next. Not a topic that I love talking about, but I have to, because again, I'm trying to lay out the rules of our engagement for the next 3 weeks, and academic integrity is part of that. Okay, so well, it's right now collaboration versus copying. Okay, I have no problems if you call a friend and if you say, I'm having, I don't know, difficulties with assignment one. How did you go about assignment one? Again, if you just talk through things, that's fine. That's cooperating, that's collaboration. I'm okay with that. Okay. However, I'm not okay if you are, let's say, you are done with your assignment and you zip that assignment and you copy those files and you give it to someone. Okay. That's not okay. I have, as I said, 20 years of experience in the industry. I know when something is a copy of something else. I know when it is. And I don't really want to have to put the feedback to you that says your code is the same as another student's. I don't want to do that. But if you see that message in your feedback, it's because I'm sure about that. If I have a little hint of doubt that I don't know if this is really a copy, it sounds a little bit strange. So I let it go. If I have a hint of doubt, I let it go. If you see that message, is because if you read that message, is because I knew for sure. So you can try to come and talk to me, but it will be worthless, because if you see that message, it's because I knew. I have no question that it's a copy. If you are just discussing with your friends about how to do something, when you get to code, the code will become different. That's for sure. Okay? So don't worry about some light collaboration. Worry in case you are sending files to your friends. Okay? If you are the one that did the codes and you are sending to somebody else, you are taking the chance of getting caught. You are gambling with the mark on that assessment. You are gambling with that. Okay. I don't care. I mean, here's what happened quite a lot. To both students I sent, your code is the same as another student. And then the student that really built the code comes to me and say, but I built the code. I was the one that built the code. Okay, I get it. You might have been, but you gave the code to somebody else. So it was wrong there, you know? Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't care about copying. I can care less. However, the institution that I'm here representing, they care about that. So I have to follow their guidelines, their mandate. And that's why I take plagiarism quite seriously. Okay. Again, not a topic that I like talking about. I'm not out there trying to, oh, is this the same as that? I'm not there comparing each little thing with, I'm not there doing that. However, as I go through assessments, assignments, tests, and I see, oh, this looks like this, it seems that I have seen this before. And then I open somebody else and then I start to compare and then I realize, okay, it's the same. Okay, so, but again, I'm not out there trying to catch people. I'm not doing that. Okay. But again, just be mindful about that. Okay. So be mindful. And again, if you want to take the chances, You can check the chances. That's fine. Again, am I making scores of who I caught, who I did? I'm not. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Someone in the on Padlet mentioned something there. Let me bring that up to everybody. Okay, so code challenge website. There are a lot of coding challenge websites. Do you have one which you'd recommend? Coding challenge websites. Not really. There are a lot of coding challenge websites. Yeah, I don't have one. Not personally. I don't. You're gonna have quite a lot of exercises to get done here. So you're gonna be well, like if you just do the ones that we go through, you're gonna be well equipped, not only from a knowledge standpoint, from knowing, but also to get ready for our exam. So you're gonna be ready there. Okay. So I don't have one to indicate, but I can tell you this: at the bare minimum, if you do the exercise that you're gonna be going through together, you're gonna be ready. You're gonna be in good hands. Okay. That's what I can tell you. Okay. Let's move forward here. And just in terms of that, just to finalize, here's what I've heard before. I left my computer open, someone got my files. Don't leave your computer open. If you are living with somebody else and you're sharing your living space, and again, if you are doing that, make sure that you do the assignments separately, so you don't risk that chance of sharing accidentally copies of your codes. I added to GitHub, and someone got my files. I got this kind of reasonings. Don't put on GitHub. If you don't know what GitHub is, that's fine. Great. Forget about it. But if you know what GitHub is, don't put your code there. Don't risk the chance of somebody getting your codes. I got it from a student from a different section, from a different semester, from the future. I don't care if it's from the future, from the past, okay? If it's copying, it's copying. It doesn't matter. Okay? First lines of code that I want to make it very clear that you should have in mind. If cheated equals to true, bonus is null. You don't have bonus. But beyond that, you will not have a reference from me. Don't count on me to be a reference. I would love to be references for every single one of you. References are important in the future. I had students that, they did a little bit of cheating in one of my courses. They graduated, they came back to me and say, can you be my reference? And I said, no, I cannot. Because remember a year ago in the course that, actually the guy was good, but he provided the code to somebody else, So I said, because of that, I cannot be a reference for you. And again, I would love to be a reference to all of you once you have graduated. In summary, 4 assignments, 40% in total, 5 quizzes, 10% in total, 2 tests, 50% in total, 100% the sum, and then you have 5% bonus if you want to have, maybe to help you from, I don't know, maybe from a B to an A, or from an A to an A plus, or I don't hope that is the case of anyone, but maybe from an F to a D. Again, 5% can make a difference. Can make a difference to help us round you up to the next letter grade. Okay, consider that. But again, it's optional. Okay, let's talk a little bit about eCentennial here. Let me open eCentennial. If I can find the right browser. Okay, here we have. Okay, let's talk about where we're going to find the content for the course. As I said, this is a self-paced course, but we're going to be using our meetings to practice, practice, and practice. Coding is about practicing. Riding a bike is not about watching someone ride a bike. It's about practicing. So our meetings every week will be for me to demonstrate and to solve your questions about the week that came before. Now, because you are in the Friday of the week, okay, the week that we're going to be talking about next week, next Friday, will not be week number 2. It's going to be week number 1. Okay. Today we're not going to be talking about week number. Sorry. Today we're not going to be practicing about week number 1 yet. Okay. Because again, it's just an introduction. I want to get this done. But next Friday we're going to be talking about the contents and exercising and demonstrating the coding related to this week that we just finished here. And again, just that the Friday class, the Friday group is a little bit different. Now you're going to be at the end of next week, but look with me in class, in our meeting, looking at the exercise for this week, that's the week before. However, on Monday, the next week, the week number 2, will be open on the Centennial. Right now, you only see, if you go to contents, you can only see week number 1 open. Okay, you can see a recap. You're going to see topics about general information about C#, data types and operators. You're going to read through this. You're going to go through class part 1, methods and constructors. You're going to see the lab assignments. Those are not marked grade. Those are not marked exercise. Those are just practice exercise. Go through them. Bring your questions in to our meeting. Next meeting, I'll be doing demonstrations about those exercises. Okay. You have quiz 1 open. Quiz 1 open until January 29th, which is next Friday. You have 1 week to get this done right now. Okay. This is on my account. So let's go here to week 1. If you go to the very bottom, you're going to see this section that I have called extra. This extra here is because I said, you know what? I told you that I have taught this course traditionally in class 3 times already, 3 semesters already, for multiple sections. And all my teachings, I record them. So I said, you know what? Because I have those recordings, why not provide those recordings to my students? So what you're going to see here is the contents of me in class with my students back then when we were face-to-face. I decided to break it down to make this, I would say, better to go through. But this is optional. This is a way that you can reinforce the content that you're going to go through reading here. Here, it's basically about videos. It's a video with me introducing the content to you. It's a video with, sorry, the ones that says near pods, those are practice quizzes. You're going to click there and you're going to go through a quiz that's going to help you in the real quiz, the quiz that is worth points, okay? And then I have a video showing me going question by question of the quiz, explaining that. So you have the topic title in the video, topic title and video. Some of those videos are from the book author. Most of them are from me going through the contents. Now you're going to see things like, sometimes I ask in class, are there any questions? And so I try to edit this down to the bare essential. So it took me many hours to put this together. I don't have all of those up front. I'm doing them as the weeks are progressing. However, here's the thing. Check this out. Have a look if this is useful. You tell me if this is useful or not, because if this is not useful, I will not be doing this anymore, because it takes me a lot of time to break down a 2 hours long video that I have with me recorded and break it down to chunks that are better to go through for you. Okay, so again, tell me if this is useful. If it's not, that's fine. That's fine. No harm. But tell me that next week, okay? I also have some additional quizzes here, and you have exercise here as well. There is this PDF here called Download Visual Studio. This will show you, in case you don't have Visual Studio yet, you can download this and you can use this as a reference. I see a question there from Steven. I have a question in terms of Visual Studio. I have another class that requires me to use Visual Studio. Do I have to download Visual Studio Professional too, or can I use Visual Studio Code? Okay, Steven, you should download Visual Studio Enterprise, okay? Not Visual Studio Codes. Visual Studio Codes, you will not be able to go through this course with Visual Studio Code. It's gonna make your life harder, okay? So this, if you have Visual Studio already from comp100, great, that's fine, you're good. I'm just saying this in case you don't have. In case you don't have, download this PDF, go through the instructions. The instructions will show you how to download and where to get the product key. As a student of Centennial, you all have access via Microsoft Azure to download Visual Studio Enterprise Edition. All of you have access to that, both for Mac and for Windows, okay? Ian, can we use community version? Yeah, I don't think that the community version has the testing capabilities that Enterprise has. So I would say no. Okay. I don't think that community edition has the testing aspects. And there is 1 week that we're going to be talking about testing, test-driven development. And I don't think that community edition has that. Okay. So you're going to have to download the Enterprise edition. And again, you don't have to pay anything. You have access to that via your eCentennial login, and the instructions are right here. I sent an email as well with a note about that. You did not get the link. Okay, so Shinadu, this is on eCentennial, okay? So hopefully you have access to eCentennial and you have the download right here. Confirm if you can see this, okay? But you should, if you are in this course, you should have access to this. It's open to everyone in the course, okay? If you have any problems, follow up with me later about that. Great, so what else we have here? I think that's it. Again, every Monday. So here's the thing, on week 2, as soon as you get to Monday, you can start already looking at the content for week 2. But here's the thing, because again, you are on Friday. For instance, now you have from now until our next meeting next week. So you have a week to go through week number 1, even though you might be already on, we might be already on week number 2. So again, you can play a little bit with your time in there. But again, in our next meeting, we'll be going through exercise and demonstrations of coming from the content of week number 1. Okay. I do this because every single section of comp123, if they are earlier in the week, we need to go in the same pace together, okay? So again, let me know if there's any problems there. Okay, perfect. So let's move forward. Actually, there are a few more things that I want to show here. One of them is, well, here we have course orientation. Those are general information about Centennial, about the Centennial, about expectations and responsibilities here. Things more specific to the course, you can see under course outline. If you click on course outline and schedule, you're going to see the breakdown of week by week, what you're going to be seeing on each one, okay? What is expected there. You can also see this if you go to this link. This is a PDF, okay? If you open that, you're going to see the course outline. The course outline will be referring to week number 14. We don't have week number 14. We have 13 straight weeks, okay? So I'm not going to go line by line here. You can feel free to go and read this completely. I'm just going to focus on a few things. The book, which is optional. You don't have to have it. Let me see, where is mine here? Mine is right here. So here's the book. Again, the entire content that you need to go through will be available on eCentennial. So you don't have, but this is the book. You don't have to have, but this is the book, okay? Okay, so this is the same book as Comp100. Here it talks a little bit about the tests, assignments, and quizzes as well, when they will be done. Again, use cautious here because it talks about week 14, which we don't have. This was not fully updated yet, but Again, our test number 2 will be done on week 13. And then you have a breakdown. As you had previously seen, this is another way to look at the breakdown. Week by week, it shows the chapters that you're going to be going through, the contents. And that's really about it. Again, if you have any questions about the course outline, if you want to go through it, by all means, go through it, but I'm not going to go line by line. If you have any questions, let me know. But here is another way that you can visualize the details of the course outline a little bit better. If you go to course outline and schedule, you can see this collapsing, those collapsing areas. That's going to give you a quick snapshot of what that week will be, what's the content of that week, okay? Going back here to the table of contents, let's keep going down. There are a few links that I would like to share with you. So here on links, starting with the Zoom link, I have changed things a little bit. So each section will have a different link. This one here, again, remember, we are section number 2. This is your link for all our meetings. Every section will have a different link. Those are some of the tools that we're going to be using. Nearpod, I use that to do some quizzes, but non-graded quizzes, just practices, just exercise, okay? Here's our Padlet link. This is, what we're doing right here on Padlet. This is the YouTube channel. You can subscribe there. However, you can also see the videos, the recordings right here in the videos. I'm going to show that in a second, but before I'm going to ask you to do this. In this sections on Teams, where it says section 002, click this link to Teams. We're going to be using Teams as a way to chat in between meetings, as a way to maybe share files, or sometimes you want to ask me about a coding question. And you know what? When you ask coding questions, it's better to share with me your codes. So you can share with me your codes by uploading the codes to Teams, via Teams. Don't send me codes as attachments to emails, because eCentennial, the Centennial email, will block that. We'll consider that as potential threats and will block the attachment. So don't send me code attached on emails, okay? If you want to send me code for me to have a look, to review something or a problem that you might be having, again, let's use links. So download Microsoft Links and log into download Microsoft Teams, log into Microsoft Teams with your eCentennial login. Username is your email address, password, it's your password, and then you're going to be able to request to join my group on Teams. So usually I used to use Slack for that, but because Centennial really wants us to use Teams, I decided to embrace and give it a good try. So again, either now or later, but click this link, request access, and I will grant you access to our group on Teams, okay? Let me see here if there's any, okay. It says you need to request to join section 2. Yes, Xavier, you need to request to join this. I don't know if you are talking about this, Xavier, but yes, that's our section, okay? The link to download Visual Studio shows project. Okay, so that link, yes, and that's why I mentioned in my message that link that shows, let me go back here, week 1. Where is it here? Right here, this download Visual Studio. These are instructions to download projects. That's fine. Just search for Visual Studio. Instead of searching for project, put there Microsoft Visual Studio Enterprise. You're going to find it there. Just forget about project, find Enterprise. That's it. It's the same place. Okay? Okay. So what else we have here? Videos. So all our meetings are being recorded. They will be uploaded by tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, where it says here on the videos, section 2, you're going to find the video recorded for this meeting right here. This is a playlist. This is a YouTube playlist. As we have our meetings, as our meetings get recorded and uploaded, you're going to see them stacked here. In this link, it shows week by week. Okay, this one here is the bonus one, the bonus video that I shared with everybody. We don't have the first recording yet because, of course, we are in the middle of the meeting. But again, by tomorrow, this will be available here on the playlist. Okay, any question about that, let me know. But that's the place that you have to go. Section 2 is our section. Remember that. Okay, carrying on here, moving forward. Okay, let's see here. Attendance is not mandatory. Attendance is optional, okay? However, I do check attendance. I have a look at attendance because I like to know who's coming, who's not coming. Just because if someone comes to me, I don't know, a little bit later in the semester and tells me that, oh, Ederson, I'm not following, I'm not understanding, I'm going to check, are you at least coming to class? Not to class, to our meetings. Are you coming? Are you making an effort to connect with me? Did you send me emails to tell me about that before? Again, close contact. If you are having problems, let me know. I'm here to solve. I'm here to help you. Don't leave problems that you are having in the course for week 11, week 12. Don't leave that long going with a problem. No, bring that back to me and we can work together. Okay, I'm here for you. I'm not going to take attendance today because our time is really running out and I have another section right after this. So today, I'm going to let that go. Assignment delays, 20% off per day, up to 3 days. And after 3 days, the assignments are no longer accepted. However, differently from bonus, which I'm not flexible, assignments, I'm a little bit flexible. I mean, if you come to me with a justification of how you are delayed, we can work through accommodations. Okay, I'm flexible with assignments, not with bonus, but assignments, I give a little flexibility there. If you come to me beforehand, don't wait for last minute, don't wait for the day after the assignment due date. Okay, come to me a little bit before so we can work things out. I'll be always coming. I don't miss class. Very, very rarely I miss meetings. I mean, you can ask other people here in the group that have gone through comp 100 with me. I didn't miss any class there, any meetings there. However, it may happen. And if by any chance it's the time and I'm not here, I'm not connected on Zoom, and it's already 4:30, have a look at your email. Because if something urgent happens, I'll be communicating via email with all of you. I'll be updating you there. I'll be talking about next steps here, okay? But it should not happen. It may, never know. eCentennial is our home base. It's where everything will be centralized. We have the outlines there, grades, communication, weekly content, assignments. Everything will be done from eCentennial. However, we use other tools like Padlet, a way for you to ask questions anonymously. Okay, I don't know. I mean, if you put your name, that's fine, but you don't have to. Okay, Padlet we're going to be using. Nearpods, as I mentioned before, I use that for quizzes, for informal quizzes that are not graded. I use that quite a lot. We have quite a lot of quizzes for this course. I have already them done, and I'll be releasing them as the weeks progress. So we use Nearpod for that. You don't have to register to subscribe. You don't have to do anything. You just click the link and you go through the quiz there. Okay. Let's see if there are any questions here. No questions there. Okay, so we are coming towards the end here. YouTube, as I said, it's where I upload our recordings. However, if you just go to the video section of eCentennial, it's going to be there in that playlist that I just showed a few seconds ago. But again, you are more than welcome to subscribe to the Solo Coders on YouTube. Podcasts, I spoke a lot already about podcasts. The link to Udemy, Hassan, I will bring that in next week or the week after, so that you can get the free machine learning course there. I don't have a link ready with me because I have to create coupon codes for a free registration. Okay, I still have to do that, but I'll bring that soon. Okay, so podcast, yes, we talked about that already. You know already. Again, bonus number 1 is due on Sunday. Okay, Sunday 11:30 p.m. is the due date time for the first bonus. Microsoft Teams, I just shared where you need to click to join our teams. So please join, and we're gonna be using that to for you to ask me questions between meetings. So, and share files as well, share code there as well. Zoom, the Zoom link, you know the Zoom link. It will be always this. It's unique for this section. Okay. We're gonna have 5 minutes breaks as we had this time. We're gonna have at 5:20, 5:20, 5 minutes break just to refill some water, and stretch and get a break of my annoying voice as well. Let me know if I missed anything. I think that I cover all the different aspects. Any other questions? Anything else there that you may want to know? You can always send me an email afterwards, but let me just mention that again. Recording is being done already, but just because this is recorded doesn't mean that nobody comes to our meetings. Come to the meeting. It's an opportunity that we have to interact, the opportunity that you have to ask me live questions, and I'm here to support you, walk you through any questions that you may have about projects, codes, exercise, all of that. Okay, so please come. My email is there. I usually answer the same day, if not within one business day. There is here on eCentennial. If you go to the homepage of our course shell, if you scroll down, you're going to see that I also have office hours. My office hours are Thursdays between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. Where do you find me? On Microsoft Teams. So if you need me for, I don't know, to ask a question or anything, I'll be, again, available this time frame, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Microsoft Teams to answer you live. If you need to go to Zoom, we can go to Zoom from there. But again, it's an opportunity outside of this meeting that you can have me as well. Outside of that, you can send me an email and I'll follow up with you after outside of those hours. Okay, that's it. We can always talk, have an appointment and talk. Send me an email. We can make an appointment and we can talk if it's necessary. Okay. To wrap things up, change is the end result of all true learning. I hope that you're going to have some true learning out of this course, and I'll be here to support you, to help you, and to walk side by side as you go through the challenges of this course. Okay, that's about it. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of the day, a good evening, a good Friday, a good weekend, and I'll see you all next Friday. If you want to come in on Thursday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., yes, you can come as well, and I will be around on Microsoft Teams. Okay, have a good one, everyone, and I'll see you all next week. Great weekend. Bye now. I'll need to keep going because I have another section in 10 minutes, in 8 minutes. Okay, thanks so much. Great to see faces that I have seen before and new faces as well. Okay, thank you. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, John. Thank you.